I'm probably going to get slaughtered for saying this, but I'm not a people pleaser, and I'm not here to boost an ego, get likes, subscribers, etc. I mean, it's always nice when somebody likes or makes a nice comment or even subscribes because they feel the information is useful. That's not the primary purpose of this. The primary purpose really is just a worldview, just to dispense a bit of different viewpoint and some advice if people find it useful. So why would I get slaughtered for saying this? So I want to put a few figures in front of you to think about for a minute. America, for example, is a nation of 345 million people, and averagely on a year they lose 60,000 people to flu. And this winter alone, or this season, whichever one you want to call it, they have a flu season, they've lost 5,000 people to flu. So that's 345 million people, 60,000 average deaths a year to flu, and 5,000 over this winter or season. So I'd now like you to think about China at 1.4 billion people. I'd like you to look at the numbers that they're claiming and even the numbers that they're not claiming. And for example, if you take that China's population is roughly 4 times the size of America, you could argue that 240 odd thousand people a year naturally die of flu over the winter. Over a season, or over a month, I guess, that works out at 20,000 people. So the reason I'm going to get slaughtered, I don't think this is a global pandemic at all. I don't think this is anything other than an exploitative situation, a situation that has been used to further an agenda. What that agenda is, we all have different ideas. Personally, I see China and Japan's economy being absolutely just squashed over the coming year or two, and them never actually recovering to the prosperity that they've had over the past couple of decades. That's my own opinion, but that's really what I think is at play here. Again, it's purely a mathematical thing, this. I don't see anybody dying outside of China from this novel coronavirus in any more numbers or in any more danger than a standard flu epidemic would sweep a nation. So I'm going to end the video on those sets of numbers again. America is a nation of 345 million people. Last year, they had 60,000 deaths from flu. This season, or winter, whichever one you want to call it, 5,000 people have died already in America of flu. China has 1.4 billion people, a lower standard of living, and I'd just like you to think about that. Cheers.